Never mind, just go for a Kunkka instead. Why the hell not? I was gonna say the one big thing, if they did go down the Doom route, is they would be lacking a bit of teamfight control. They can't really run out of the tree line without him breaking the smoke, and it seems as though they don't want to try and bother going after this Elder Titan unless he runs up a bit further. He is a bit too close, or maybe not. They'll go for the Stormhammer with the magic missile to fly out, and now Yapaj, does he have a spear? No, he's got the God's Rebuke, but it will be enough. They do manage to get him.
Looking at his last hit, 7-0, has been hard for him to just go up and get the last hits. Stifling Dagger, it is like a 6-second cooldown. If the wave is dying too fast, you can't clear it out as
Mid
much.
lane, Yapaj gets a beautiful spear off into that T1 tower, Armel.
He's playing in the jungle. He's got the Midas flying in, Mike. 7.5 minutes. What do you do to stop this guy? They've got wards in the jungle to watch his movement. Teams can't get the angle, and down mid.
Yeah, Armel ends up going down. There's that arena we talked about out from Yapaj. He was quite patient with it.
And he's just safe here. Like, you see some forays from TNC, even with that tier 1 down, they haven't gotten wards out. So they're just walking around under vision. Scem's just fine dancing here. They might lose play hard though.
They may. Play hard, gonna cop the boat. It does indeed go down to Armel, so a nice little pick off there, but now Yapaj, he wants revenge. He gets KP with the arena and the spear. KP, how do you run out of this one? He'll try and go towards the west of the map, but it's gonna be no good. Scem, he's waiting. They want to give the kill over to the Sven, and they will.
Yeah, it works out.
Into the mid lane, if they can get this team fight their way, it could just mean a T1 mid tower to be taken. Paj going to move his way in with the rest of the team. Scem even joining in, but the smoke is broken on Whitemon. They just jump in and take him out. Now onto Tims. He does get the avalanche, but he is going to be controlled up by Playhard. And these are some great moves out for Neon.
No, it's not going to be enough. Kadesu needs to come in. Look at this as well. TNC, they smoke this tree. Blind, no vision, and they're just not going to find anything. Fat KP might be in trouble.
They're going to find a spear out from Yapaj is what they're going to find, John. One straight onto KP with the cookie in from JG, and just surgical play here from Neon.
Yeah.
Have they have they been waiting for us to cast to perform like this, John? Definitely not. A pretty big pickup here for Neon Esports. They'll take the first Aegis of the game, and rightfully so, they do give it over to their mid-Mars.
They're playing it right. They're just taking it slow with Gabby. They're not losing too much room, but it's just this aggression from Neon. 8k lead now. It's been growing wider. Scem's investment in the Midas is paying off. And they find one, but it's just a bench.
That's your Pos 5 taking a 500 damage crit, and it just felt like nothing. Meanwhile, Scem kills off Tims on the Tiny. Nevertheless, I imagine it was just a few hits with the sword, maybe a Stormhammer. Quite nice.
Yeah, it's you just can't do anything against Scem. Did pop God's Strength. They are running forward though.
Yapaj wasting an arena there, trying to scout somebody out of the tree line. Meanwhile, Armel, however, copping so much damage from Scem. There's your Rolling Thunder, perfect from Playhard. He's going to control the staircase like this. Armel's trying to run. The Stormhammer's out with the boat. That might be enough. In fact, Scem is dropping low. Tims will come in. The avalanche is there, but a great swap out from the bench, but it's still not going to be enough. They toss him back, though. No, Scem. He's out of there just in the nick of time as JG does cookie in. Now the Stormhammer back in with the Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. Tims, he will go down with KB. The cleave from Scem. He will eventually get them.
And they take a tier 2. They're looking for more. Gabby is lined up though, but are you sure about this? Scem's already pretty healthy.
He's got the Deso up, but he does not have a BKB, so he'll go in, he'll take down the Venge. Nice little pick up there from Gabby. Back in onto Yapaj. Paj going to go for the arena back, but he has lost the Aegis. Still, the Rolling Thunder will come through from Play Hard. Gabby still perfectly safe. In fact, he will jump in onto, I don't know where he jumped. In fact, he went backwards. Tims and Whitemon do go down, and Armel just melting to the damage of Scem. Mindrax should just be going down very easily for Neon. And they get it. That'll be enough.
That it does. Who do you gobble up? I think Yapaj, right? Just take Yapaj. Scem can just Superman his way in. You get the fight start. You've got BKBs. TNC, they're going after the triangle.
You need that BKB, Gabby. Arena gonna come in. Yopaj does not connect the spear. He does blink strike out, and KB trying to stomp them up, but it's not gonna help. It's gonna cost him his life. Mortimer's Kisses even being thrown out. Gabby trying to avoid them. He will as Playhard controlling up the Tiny and Yopaj, spearing him to his death. 11-0-6 on the Mars.
Could be a big movement to have. Up, back, still Neon. They smoke up. They know they can just keep playing forward. No cooldowns to wait for, just constant running.
They have the Arena. Yopaj would love to get Whitemon, and Spear is going to connect into Skem. It's just so easy. It's like Tims will run down south and eventually TP his way out. Once it is available, he'll go for a creep skip first. Unless you get the Academ Scepter Snapfire and the Mortimer's Kisses to come down. Tims, he tried. Oh, he committed the TP. Tims.
Ooh, boy. Yep, that spot of Merienda not playing well there still. Yopaj?
Yopaj has actually ended up finding Mel on the Kunkka. Rolling Thunder is going to fly through, play hard. It's going to force the BKB usage out from Mel, but Yopaj is not done yet. In fact, the torrent doesn't even connect. We'll just keep chasing him down. The TP play, the false promise will be enough, but now you lose Whitemon. They'll take it. Yopaj on his 12th kill, and well, now he has the full Desolator on the way.
Yep, and that's what you were talking about. Those crits with a God's Rebuke will start to kick in.
KP.
You also have to consider.
Yeah, no one's safe right now. But Tims, oh, he gets the Avalanche toss. Does force out the BKB usage from Skem. That'll be it, though.
12-0. Not a single death in that Mars. And Gabby, you don't want to farm here.
Gabby, careful, sir. Skem knows. He knows he's somewhere around there.
Oh.
The courier did scout him out. Gabby gonna try and blink strike away, but there's no chance.
The misses.
Oh no. Meanwhile, Yopaj is killing people on the other side of the map, John, just by himself.
Oh gosh.
He just killed 2 people by himself while Armel's watching. Just doesn't know what to do. Armel's gonna run in now, but Earth Splitter is gonna fly out. I don't know if they have the damage up with Yopaj. No, he's gonna BKB up. He'll turn back around now. He gets the God's Rebuke with the spear onto KB. Play hard, finally rolling in. KB, there's really not much he can do as now Skem just gonna dive on the tier 4 towers. They need to call the GG soon, TNC. It's looking pretty tough. Does go in with the X and gets the Avalanche toss off, and it's gonna beat down Skem a little bit, and they aren't going to commit for the whole rats.
It kind of fixes itself. TNC walking into their jungle was scanned out, so Neon kind of knows where they are. Do get some wards out, but that's not going to stop them.
Oh, Yopaj getting gobbled up and thrown in straight onto Tims. I am seeing it everywhere I go, no matter what region you're in. Core Snapfire is basically in every single game.
Yep. It's just ridiculous.
Here come the TPs. It's going to be a tough one, but they're going to give it a crack. Who do you start with, though? There's an X out onto Skem. He gets glimmered up. They'll put him to sleep. Gabby is going to TP in eventually. Try and smoke around with the rest of his team, but Yopaj just gets started straight onto Mel, and he is just gone. Gabby gonna jump into the back lines, does get JG on the Snapfire, and now goes after Januel, but there goes Skem once again onto Whitemon. Now Gabby, bit of a sitting duck, he'll make a run for it. The Earth Splitter gonna help him out, but KB being ignored completely as Skem just stormhammers forward, just taunting him as he kills them off. KB trying to make a run for it out of the arena. Skem, he'll go for a bit of a fly down onto Tims, and Yopaj is just dancing as he chases down KB, and he'll get the kill as well. Yopaj 18-0-9.
How? How have you allowed Yopaj to go 18-0 here?
They've got to watch Yopaj. He's looking for an opportunity to jump in for sure. You want to keep that blink cancelled, and they will. Skem not concerned whatsoever. Yopaj does not connect with the spear, but now Skem gets the Stormhammer off, and Armel just melts. Now Gabby, in between a rock and a hard place, he does blink into the arena with the BKB to just try and run out of there. They're buying back, but they're just dropping like flies. Play hard, they'll proc the Aeon Disc. Tims will just throw him back in, but Skem just deletes Tims off the map. It's just complete domination. Skem, 14-0-8 by the way. He also hasn't died on the Sven.
Seriously? What?
Yeah. They're racing to see who can get higher kill scores. There
20,
you go.
oh, that's when they call it 20-0. That's all they want. Give the brother the 20-0-12, Mike. That's it.
My goodness. What a performance out from Neon. And John, you're telling me that this team is last place right now in the group stage.
Yeah, they are. And that's the ridiculous thing about it. I think, again, we talked a bit about it in, Pro Series Season 3. They've got this Void Spirit for Armel. We've seen him dance around in this hero. The draft does look a bit better here for TNC in game number 2.
Gonna rotate on the clockwork. Barely kind of missing out on that courier. Might eventually be able to catch up with that windlace he does have. Play hard, meanwhile, gets the Void Courier anyway. In fact, speaking of play hard, it may cost him his life now as Whitemon is going to chase him down. You've got the Living Armor there and the salve usage from play hard. He's really trying to survive, but Tims is going to cut him off with the Battery Assault, and that will be first blood going to the way of TNC. I was looking at mid lane where Yopaj was extremely low in HB, but he found a regen rune, John.
Yeah, you ask and you shall receive, and he does get it. Rotation up top. KP is not
very
healthy.
low.
This could be a good kill.
It should be a very easy kill to get. Yopaj, Avalanche not actually going to connect. The toss does, and Skem is still going to take the kill though on the Spectre. So not really all bad news at all. Yopaj still sets up a nice kill there for his carry. He'll make his way back down towards the mid lane. Meanwhile, bot lane, a cookie in onto JG with the Battery Assault and the Kongs, but Yopaj, he's TP'd straight into this team fight. Tims is trying to get the kill, but he is going to die instead. JG, the one on the Venomancer, is able to pick up the kill. Great rotation out from our Tiny. In a spot of trouble here as Tims. Looks like he wants to try and cut him off, but won't really be able to, and even if he did, I'm not sure it would have even ended up in the kill. Still bot lane, play hard. Let's go down. Armel now making a rotation there on the Void Spirit. Does help set up that kill on the Venge. And towards that top lane, Genuo now getting caught out by Tims and KP. Be a bit of a slow process here, but they should eventually kill off the tree, and they do. But now the payback is coming. Yopaj is going to rotate in on the Tiny. We'll spot out KB, and that's a much better target than Tims anyway. Avalanche Toss going to be out, and he just walks away. Cool guys do not look at explosions. Yopaj back into that mid lane.
Yeah, you're pretty happy if you're a Tiny 1 or 2. Gonna have a good ramp up, though.
Yeah, gets a nice chrono off of JG, but doesn't really have the damage output yet. JG's going to go for a run, but the bash does come in just in the nick of time. Still the haunt in now from Skem. They should not have the damage to finish off Gabby, and he will taunt them on his way out. Gabby around the corner as well, but play hard. Good game sense to just remove himself from that situation. In fact, it wasn't even game sense. Armel was running past sentry wards the whole time. He did spot him out. In fact, Yopaj now. Avalanche toss out, and it's a tough one for Armel.
Yeah, it just sets him back even further on that. Void Spirit is lagging behind our Tiny, but it's just a small amount. But he has wasted a lot of time walking around.
They do catch up JG down to that bot lane at least, but KB is also going to get caught on the Bloodseeker. Genuo the one to take that one on the Treant Protector, and now Skem is also very, very low, but he's just farming Ancients.
An interesting build here from Skem. Blade Mail Rush on that Spectre. Not something we see too often from a Spectre that has been free fall. I think we see it when they're behind.
Now you do, John. It's actually been consistent, actually. Gabby, Chrono, mid lane, is going to go on to Yopaj. He's going to be alright, the Living Armor is going to be enough to allow him to survive, and meanwhile, Skem, he haunted in onto Whitemon.
Yeah, just Haunt Blades coming in, really good use of that from Skem, and I'm guessing Blade Mail is the meta now, is it?
Yeah, according to Europe it was.
Wow.
No. Play hard, swap out. Looks like JG going to be alright. They do eventually kill off play hard, but it's not... It's still okay for Tims to go for that. I wouldn't really advise giving too many kills away right now to Neon as they are starting to ride that momentum. Page for a toss back, does get ruptured up. He needs to find a way out of this, but looks like he has gone too far. TNC will be able to punish him for that.
Draws it out 7-7. TNC is going to be pleased in the end with the results of that. It's going to be explosive once they're ready, which could be now as Yapaj does have his blink.
That's it. Januel did have eyes over onto Gabby, and that's the target they want to try and go for. With the overgrowth, you can just lock him down like this, but it may have been too early, or maybe not. They jump in with the avalanche, but the toss. Oh, they got the wrong target. Gabby now can turn back around with the chrono, but he'll go up towards Januel and go for the easier target. Bloodright is going to be there. Januel is not going to be able to TP. The bash does finally come in from Gabby. I was going to say, that would have been very unlucky had he not gotten the bash, but meanwhile, Tims does end up dying to Yopaj, but Armel trying to catch him out, but doesn't really lock him down with the Aether Remnant.
Now, they probably want to save that for when Kisses are back up, which is relatively soon. They know the Blink's ready, they know the Haunt's down, Overgrowth's down. It's an opportunity for TNC if they wanted to.
Sort of toss back there onto Whitemon, but he does cookie out. Bloodright going to connect, but the Poison Nova going to be committed by JG, but here comes Armel with the Aether Remnant and Dissimulate. Gabby also going to time walk in, looking for a big chrono. Won't be able to commit quite yet as Hookshot going to miss from Tims, but there's your chrono out now. He's caught two of them. Gabby, a lot of damage being pumped out here onto the Spectre, and he will eventually be able to get him. Nobody really able to help out Skem. Yapaj is being controlled by the urn of Tims, not allowing him to get that blink off. Tims will eventually end up dying to Yapaj. The TNC probably very happy with the fact that they did kill off the Spectre. Yapaj sees Tims, but realizes he might be in danger here. Tims does have the hook shot. Armel, let's get the Yules off. Cookie, however, really going to be off target here, but they've got the control into the Tiny. Yapaj, just a bit of a sitting duck, and does eventually end up going down. It's really not great news for him on that Tiny, as in terms of net worth, he has dropped off quite a bit. Always makes for some very entertaining plays, especially with the 4-staff and tossbacks. TNC though, smoked up there with Armel. He's going to astral step into JG. Nice swap out though from Play Hard. He's going to save his life for now, but there's your Rupture Round, and Gabby wants to make the chase happen. Now the Haunt in from our Spectre. Skem does finally make his way in as Gabby does have the chrono, but doesn't want to just commit on the Spectre. But now Armel's still trying to run. Gabby needs to help out and does finally jump in, but Skemmy is going to turn back around to Yapaj. Does get Armel. Gabby is getting low, blinking into Yapaj with the chrono now. Gabby, do they have the damage output? I don't believe they will. Yapaj will survive it with the 4-star out now. Ooh. And the overgrowth. Skem back in with the Cox out. Not really helping TNC, and they are just going to go for more. Whitemon glimmered up, but that is only going to last so long, and Yapaj has eyes on him. He wants the cookie. He will get the cookie, but Skem will go for a dive into the tier 3. A Glimmer Cape will eventually end up just saving Whitemon. Still a great team fight out from Neon Esports, however, and TNC not going to be too happy with how that one went. In fact, Gabby, he's still fighting here, but Yapaj going to be there to just cut him off. Genuel's still in trouble, Yapaj. That's the wrong target to toss back. It still kind of works though. Genuel is on the run, still surviving. Meanwhile, on the right side, JG actually went down to Armel, so another great play here from TNC. It's a very back and forth game.
Yeah, they're not cleanly finding anything. They catch out Skem.
But Yapaj has killed off Whitemon now. Back in with the Rupture. Hookshot is there on the right side. Yapaj is eventually going to go down, and meanwhile Tims, he's controlled up Play Hard, ensuring there will be no swap saves to come out. Neon now on the other end of things is TNC, looking dominant. And how dominant? Meteor Hammer going to fly in. Skem, he does want the team fight to keep going apparently. KP going to be chased down now on the Bloodseeker. will eventually die, and Gabby going to jump back in, but Armel will also come back in. That may have been a bit of a dangerous play, but looks like he is going to be alright to walk himself out of there.
By the time they do, Treant's back up, healing the mid-tier 1. They can't go for the fight, and now with smoke from Neon, they want to play aggressive then.
Tim's going to be able to break the smoke off Playhard and Genuel, but it is going to cost him his own life. Oh, he went for the hook shot onto the neutrals, but it just wasn't long enough. Back into that mid lane, both teams fighting once again over those tier 1 towers. Playhard going to spot out Whitemon with the horn back in from Skem, and now the overgrowth down. Yapage going to go straight after Armel with the meteor hammer to fly in from Januel, connecting onto 2, but KP and Armel both going to make a run for it. Skem on the chase. They might just get KP here. Gabby does have Chrono, but again doesn't really want to commit it onto the Spectre.
Ours smoked up as 4. They've left KP behind, but it's on the wrong side of the map.
Mind you, this smoke that they're going into, there was a defusal plate just picked up by Skem. So it's going to be a surprise item of his own now on the Spectre. Maybe they can jump in mid lane. Looks like they did find Yapage. Alright. Nice pick up there as now they'll go after JG. Gabby does get him with the Chrono. A nice pick up here from TNC. In fact, they might even go for more, but Skem looks like he wants to try for a fight. Armel going to get the 8th remnant off into the cookie of Whitemon, and now the jump back in. Hook shot perfect from Tims. They're holding down this Spectre, and now they might just have the damage. He'll try to haunt away, but he can knock it out of there. Meanwhile, Armel still not done. On very low HP, he'll go after Januel. KP will be there to back him up with the Blood Riot out after the Yule Scepter. And Whitemon will give him the Scatter Blast, and that'll be a full team wipeout for TNC. There's so many ways to jump into this Roshan pit to start a team fight. It is very dangerous for Neon. Scam going to be forced to walk out of there, leaving the Roshan on quite a low HP. Paj will spot out Tims. He gets a nice toss back onto the Clockwork. Should allow an easy cleanup. No, he hooks out of there. He's going to make it as hard as possible, and he's going to actually try for the TP play, but it is not going to work out. Does buy a bit of time for TNC to try and gather up, and well, the Chrono is back off cooldown in 5 seconds, so Tims has more time. Neon still have to be careful with Yapage jumping back in. Still, the Haunt is going to be there. Gabby, he'll make the chase onto the Tiny. Haunt out of the Roshan pit. They'll go after Armel, but he'll be alright to just jump out. And now Gabby, a 3-man Chrono out. He goes straight after that Tree Protector, and now the Mortimer's Kisses to fly in after JG, after Playhard. There's already 2 down, but they'll buy it back on that tree, and Januel back in with the Overgrowth. Skem getting to work onto Armel, but Gabby is still cleaning up on that Void. This is looking really bad for Neon. Or maybe it's not Skem. He'll try to turn back around now with Yapage on the Tiny. They'll chase down KP. Gabby is very low on mana, but he'll go back in for another team fight. He's falling low. He needs time to walk out, but Armel now going to jump back in on the Void Spirit, back onto Skem, and he does end up getting the Spectre. Now onto Yapage. They will all chat them as this is all going on. Gabby with the cookie in, goes after Yapage. He's going to try and make a run for it. It is not looking good though. The hook shot barely missing out onto Playhard, but it doesn't matter. 4 heroes down with diebacks included, and a Roshan that is very low in HP.
You mentioned it, but the stall out from Tim's just opening up so many opportunities. First Aegis of the game going the way of Gabby. Neon really need to get Scam that space out. The Satanic is up for Gabby. He's just going to be that much harder to kill. There is a smoke here though. Neon want to defend that tier 2.
That they do. They're going to give it a shot. But Armel just jumping straight in onto Januel, blows him up. I mean, the Haunt was there, but they're trying. They're going in onto Whitemon, but he's going to be able to cookie out of there. Onto KP instead, but Gabby will have that Chrono to use very, very soon. Just not opting to throw it out yet as he wants that bend, but Skem, he just dies to Armel. Whitemon getting tossed up into the air. Meanwhile, in the backlines, Gabby does get a 2-man Chrono off. That'll be Playhard going down, and JG will also probably die here on that Venomancer. Meanwhile, Mel getting a triple kill on the Void Spirit, killing off Yopaj. Skem has brought back, but Mel, he is dishing out so much damage on this Void Spirit. Back in with the Yules. You cannot afford this dieback right now on Skem, but it looks like he does not have a choice in the matter as Gabby just is bashing on command. Gets a rampage on for Armel. He just keeps going. He wants another one. He might just get it. They've called the GG. They don't want him to take it, but Yopaj may have no choice. In fact, no, Gabby. He'll take it off him. They might get the train in time. They may not, and they won't, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the Game 2 victory. TNC and Neon will tie 1-1 in this second series of the day.